Hello friends, and welcome to another 2-sector Prefect 99 live stream with the mighty Zibo, which, sorry for the delay, I just updated it to fix 8, which is why there was that little delay. And here we are back on stand 505 on the northern side of Terminal 5 at a relatively busy Heathrow. There's 5 other aircraft at Terminal 5 between here and B and C. And it looks like there's about 5 or 6 on the other side of the airport. Towers online, so happy days. There's no centres online, Edinburgh's online, we're off to Newcastle, there's no ATC there. But never mind, that shouldn't detract too much from our experience. Without further ado, there's somebody just taking off. Let's jump back into the jet. I haven't quite finished my initial setup. I have to change the flight director switches. They always come on by default, and I like to match those. I have to match those to my hardware. I like to turn the panel lights up in the daytime so we can actually see. Once I start up the anti-collision was on, that will lock the doors. Leave the position and strobe set to steady for when we apply power. Anything else on the front to worry about? No, just the lights. What I will do before anything else is load up our payload, which today is 150 packs and 3 tons of cargo. I'm going to put 2500 in the rear hold, and I'm then going to put 513 in the front hold, giving us a relatively RCG, which again, like I say, is more efficient. Ryanair certainly do it that way, and I imagine BA would start to do things like that in the real world. So that's the payload done. So with that in mind, we can start projectFLY running along with Pegasus. Okay, projectFLY is on the go slow, as it always appears to be. 1100 Zulu, 1200 departure. ZWH, stand 505, Pegasus is running. projectFLY is not. Active Sky is running. We're on Xpilot. I'm clearly streaming. Got the mics and everything turned up. Please let me know if you're watching. Please say hi. And let me know if the audio quality is any better. I can't see anything wrong with the setup. So if the audio quality is still bad, nothing has really changed. But I have tried to see if there's any connection issues, clean the connectors, and I can't find anything. But it's also very difficult to listen back. So I don't know if that's got something to do with it. Great. So, let's get the jet powered up. Again, quick and dirty startup. Battery on. Emergency exit lights on. Everything else as is. All the pumps and everything off. Is there anything strange for you to expect to see here? No, there isn't. We've got ground power available, so we can pop that on. Got the chocks on, 8 to 9 minutes of alignment. Here's the IRS is aligning. Your damper can come on. Normal. Check the crossfeed, open, right, dim, close, bright, off. All the pumps can stay off. APU's not running. Drive disconnect cautions, cabin util IV on. Ignore the ammeter voltmeter panel lights as we like. We're going to be fueling, so we'll leave the belts off. Check those are set to normal. Wipers are parked. Engine start, ignition right and off. Cabin diff is 0, obviously. Doors are open. But obviously if it was stuck at say 1, you'd know that that was broken, because we're on the ground, the diff pressure would be 0. The cabin altitude indicator should indicate, but it's behind. So you won't see that indicates cabin altitude currently. Doors open, pumps on, cautions out, window heats, on, trim air, packs, APU bleed off. Our initial cruise today is, not initial, our actual cruise today is flight level 320, Newcastle is 266, so 250. That's the initial overhead done. MCP is fine, water brake to RTO, got hydraulic pressure, yes, test light went out. We'll get the weather in a moment, the RSs are aligning, so we've got that caution, the fuel's off, so we've got that caution. All in all, so far so good. Test throttles, takeoff warn sounds, put the parking brake on. The radios.
Degrees 17 knots, visibility 10 kilometers or more, broken 2,100 feet, overcast 4,100 feet, temperature +11, dew point +7, QNH 1023. Acknowledge receipt of information Zulu, and report aircraft type and current QNH on first contact with Heathrow. Heathrow information Zulu, time 1020 Zulu, automatic, runway in use 27 right, transition level flight level 70, surface winds 220 degrees 17 knots, visibility 10 kilometers or more, broken 2,100 feet, overcast 4,100 feet, temperature +11, dew point +.
Happy. So, tower is online, I'll tune that up in a moment. That's the only ATC, so that's fine, we can leave that as is. Just set 12282 so we don't hear anyone in Unicom. So, fuel wise, let's have a look at the fuel plan. I use the Ryanair format because it's the one I'm most used to. And once you get used to one, it's a real head scratch to get your head around anything else. 6336. I've got 10 minutes additional for go around if we need it because of the weather at Newcastle. It's quite windy. And then on the way back I think I've got an extra 20 minutes of fuel for Heathrow because it's A, quite windy, and B, you know, VATSIM, kids, it could be utter chaos. So always have some reserve coming into Heathrow online, just because you get people pulling out in front of you on the runway, especially if it's if there's no ATC online. So 6336. You don't have to put it in that exact. You can round it. You can round it up. You can round it down. We'll see what we get. There is the fuel going in. So 023. Set on both. How are the frame rates doing? It looked like they went down a bit there. Not too bad, 25. That's sort of what we'd expect. All the departures out of Heathrow is 6,000, so we'll set 6-1. Ready for the clearance. And we'll start popping in some info, correct both sides. Let's nav data. Echo Golf Lima, down 505. GPS left, goes into the RS position. Off to Echo Golf November Tango. Today we are shuttle 1 to November. So let's check that route. There we go. So UMLAT Tango 418 to WELIN, Tango 420 to AKUPA, Upper Yankee 250 to RIMTO. So I need to load up these charts. So I've got all the taxis. I don't need parking stand coordinates. I do need parking stands continued. There we go, 10-9 Delta. This is just me doing it on the iPad. Let's have a look at UMLAT, shall we? So for UMLAT, no, what we're doing, I'll activate that. You should get a distance. Pretty sure you should already get a distance because the route's been put in direct. Anyway, 0 fuel weight, 58.9, bang on. My gross weight is going up, so that's where you can put the planned fuel figures in. 6.3 before you do anything else. But what I'm going to do is while I wait, look at the charts. So we're expecting RIMTO 1 November. Instead of Pole Hill, okay, we've got sort of across the country a bit. And I'll show you the weather while we wait for the fuel to load up. There is the weather. There is the weather. You can see. Departure, destination, alternate is Heathrow, destination is Newcastle, and actually our alternate is back to Heathrow. That says Manchester. Okay, that's different. Interesting. Okay, I thought our alternate was Heathrow, but we've got Manchester here. Whatever. So, SIGMETs, severe mountain wave, severe turbulence, severe turbulence, severe turbulence. I haven't had a look on the map to see if any of these are going to affect us, but of course you'd plot these and you can see them on the map. If you want to, you can have a look on, I think SkyVector will show it. There we go, 222, that's come up. So that was going to be the gross error check of distance, 200, yeah, alright, the air distance is a bit longer with the arrivals, etc., but order of magnitude. So weather-wise, you can see our destination was 16 gusting 29, quite windy with variable, so it's going to be pretty interesting in X-plane. And broken at 2000, which isn't too bad, but the visibility's fine. It drops down and gets worse to 8000 in light rain, broken at 1400. That should be just before we get there, but you can ignore that one. So one thing you can do is if you've got the RFP printed off, you can cross out the ones that aren't valid for you, which I haven't done, but 16 is going to be after us. Prop 30 tempo, that means 30% chance of our tempo is like what periods of 1 hour within 2 hours of 8000 becoming, so the wind is going from variable, it backs slightly and then veers, and it stays strong all day by the looks of things. So it could be interesting. So I've taken an extra 10 minutes fuel in case we need it. Great. So the airplane has fueled up. We've got 6.3, 6336, 6.3. So back to plumbing in. Our flight. So reserves 3239. The OFP is correct, isn't it? So we've got destination. I've got Heathrow on the flight plan as well as, I know it's the en route alternate at Manchester. So it is back to Heathrow for the alternate. Fine, that's happy. I was sure it was. I think I'm just getting myself confused because of the time change as well. So reserves 3.2, round up 3.3, round up to 3.4. Cost index of 2.0. And our cruise is 320, as you can see there. So top of climb wind 290, 64. ISA deviation of -3. Do the performance in a bit. So let's get clearance before we go anywhere.
Alright, you're moving first up in 7 minutes. Let's get the 702 Lima, on Unicom 122.8, bye-bye. 238, bye-bye.
Tower, good morning, Shuttle 12 November.
Speedbird 179 via Alpha 3, line up runway 27 right. Via Alpha 3, line up 27 right, 17. Shuttle 12 November, pass your message.
Shuttle 12 November, 737-800, stand 505, information Zulu QNH 1023, request departure clearance to Newcastle, please.
Shuttle 12 November, cleared to Newcastle, UMLAT 1 Foxtrot departure, squawk 2242.
Cleared to Newcastle, UMLAT 1 Foxtrot, squawk 2242, Shuttle 12 November.
Shuttle 12 November, correct.
Happy. So, we can
Speedbird 179, runway 27 right, wind 220 degrees, 17 knots, clear takeoff. Clear takeoff 27 right, Speedbird 17.
So I've done the performance calc. 27 right, update the weather, and we can take 2234.
Hotas, Speedbird 162 Whiskey Gate 535, we are ready for push and start. Speedbird 162 Whiskey, stand 535, push and start approved, face north. Push start approved, facing north, Speedbird 162 Whiskey.
So,
Delta 11, stand 329, ready for push and start. Delta 1, stand 329, push and start approved. Push and start approved.
89.6, 89.7 on the calculator. It's flap 5. 525. So let's make that happen. About there, ish. And my speed's 40, 40, 44. So actually I'll use 145 just because the planned takeoff weight is 65, we've got 0.3. Yeah, we might not burn all of that, especially with an intersection departure, so 145. The runway heading is 269, I'll sort the departure out. We've been cleared. 22. 42. Set.
Speedbird 179, monitor Unicom 122.8, bye-bye. 122.8, Speedbird 179. Evo Tower, Bravo 2935, good morning.
So 1 November. Don't know which runway yet. Well, I think it's going to be the RLS-25, but we'll think about that in the plan.
Here's a tower, good morning, pass message. Bravo 2935. Bravo 2935, Heathrow Tower, good morning, runway in use 27 right, report established ILS. Roger, report established ILS 27 right.
There you go, fuel on arrival 4.1,
Heathrow Tower, Speedbird
229.
984 with you at stand 507 with information Zulu, type A320 Neo, QNH 1023, requesting IFR clearance to Berlin. Speedbird 984, good morning, cleared Berlin, Brooklands Park, 7 Foxtrot departure, squawk 4015. Cleared Berlin via the Brooklands Park 7 Foxtrot departure, squawk 4215, Speedbird 984. Speedbird 984, correct.
Uh, 27 right, just in case we need to come back. So you can also get the chart up ready. It is a right turn, so it would make sense for us to come back on that one. 1103 set, and then we want Midhurst this side, so we can always flick that one back. We need the DME from London. We need the ADF to start with initially, off to Burnham. Then we are straight ahead, direct to Burnham.
Speedbird 798, radio check please.
356.
Speedbird 788, Heathrow Tower, hello, readability 5. Readability 5, thanks very much.
It's going to be 297, it's not that we're following, it's just going to run parallel to remind me. Runway heading 297 to Burnham, 356 outbound from Midhurst. Happy, so that's the departure done. How are we doing for time? 5-6 minutes to go. Start getting the punters sat down.
Captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. We do ask that all passengers take
That
your
grates a
seat at
little
this
bit.
time and please fasten your seatbelt. Just as a reminder, we cannot leave the gate until all carrying items are properly put away. All overhead bins are closed and all passengers are seated.
So brakes are on. Get those doors shut. Start the APU up. Three seconds, let it kick into life.
Heathrow Tower, speed
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
Correction, 233 Lima. IFR clearance through to Amsterdam, information Zulu QNH 1023. Speed 788, hello, cleared Amsterdam, Brookmans Park, 7 Foxtrot departure, and just the life your squawk, 1 second, sorry.
Okay, so we have a takeoff run 2018.
Speed 788, squawk 3437.
Flap 5, 2234.
Amsterdam runway 27 right for departure on the BBK 7 Foxtrot departure, squawk 3437, Speedbird 788. Speedbird 788, correct.
Alpha 9 Echo is where we can go from.
Heathrow Tower, hello, Speedbird 1402, receives Zulu QNH 1023, CRJ 700, request Wi-Fi clearance to Manchester. Speedbird 1402.
Virtual Flyer Ivan, hello, thanks for joining.
Report your standard number.
How's the audio quality from my mic, buddy?
Speedbird 1402, thanks, cleared Manchester, UMLAT 1 Foxtrot departure, squawk 4372. Cleared Manchester, UMLAT 1 Foxtrot departure, squawking 4372, Speedbird 1402. Speedbird 1402, correct.
Okay, looks like London Centre has come on.
555, stand 596, request push back and engine start. Speedbird 555, stand 596,
Oh,
push and
should
start
have put the
approved.
pump on for the APU, shouldn't I? Mad drills.
Push and start approved, facing north, Speedbird 555.
Never mind, let's get the door shut.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Right, wind 220 degrees, 17 knots, clear to land. Clear to land, runway 2 right, Speedbird 138.
There we go.
Tower Road 2935,
Quick set.
left base 278, follow Bravo, Fever 1D.
What?
2 stations at once there, Bravo 2935, roger. Continue approach, surface wind is 220 degrees, 17 knots.
Just gear for approach, 2923.
Tower Speedbird 160 Whiskey, we are ready for taxi. Speedbird 162 Whiskey, taxi Bravo, hold Titan. Bravo, hold Titan, Speedbird 162 Whiskey.
Heathrow Tower, good morning.
Okay,
Shuttle
all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
787 1000. With information Zulu QNH 1023, request IFR clearance to Manchester.
Big old beast to go from here to Manchester.
1386, Heathrow Tower, hello. I've got an amendment to your flight plan. Just bear with me, I'll go back to you in a moment.
Roger.
Delta 11, ready for taxi. Delta 11, taxi right, Foxtrot, and hold short of Bravo. 5 Foxtrot, hold short Bravo, Delta 11.
A teeny little thing. Shuttle 12 November, stand 505, request push and start.
Shuttle 12 November, push and start.
Go connected and bypass pin.
Push subgroup AC, shuttle 12
Release
November.
parking brake.
So we have been cleared.
All stations, Heathrow broadcast. Really sorry, but my controller client has just given up the ghost, so I'm going to have to close. Continue with Unicom 122.18. So again, Heathrow Tower is now closed. Continue with Unicom. Bye-bye.
Oh, it's a bit of a disaster.
All call, thank you.
Heathrow.
Alright, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Okay, so that's us good. Switches on, packs are still on.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
I'm just going to have a look at the sectors because London is online. Oh yeah, we're London South. Well, we'll be talking to them.
Speedbird 15 Golf, speed 8.
Heathrow traffic, shuttle 12 November pushing back stat 505. So flight director, master my side.
Heathrow traffic, speedbird 984, pushing back stand 507.
What did you miss me, mate?
Heathrow traffic number 2935. 7 mile final 278.
Flatbush traffic, Golf Bravo, traffic code Delta is taxiing runway 25 via Alpha 1. Alpha, Flatbush, Bravo, my company.
Heathrow traffic, Delta 11 is taxiing hold point Titan via Bravo.
So packs off, start number 2.
Flatbush traffic, Golf, Charlie Echo Juliet, Yankee is entering and hard taking off runway 25 Flatbush.
Cat 2935, final runway 27.
He said he was pushing back.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Start number 1.
Secondary traffic, AC71 Tango Kilo, ILS 2697.
Good, so right was stable, cracking up with the left.
Tow is disconnected and bypass has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
4 via Echo and Alpha.
Right, I'm gonna have to look at the taxi charts, so we should probably go via Bravo, we might get held up. Bravo Hotel Alpha 9 Echo. Although that is a high-speed exit, so we might go down to Alpha 8. Okay, 2 stable engines. Seen the pin.
Traffic, Golf Alpha November Delta Tango, radio check.
Oh mate.
Readability 5.
Not necessary. So temperature is 12.
Taxi to holding point Alpha 4 via Alpha. Flatbush traffic, Golf Juliet Yankee is exiting the zone to the north via downwind Flatbush.
So Flap set, flying controls, full forward, full aft, full left, full right, full left rudder, full right rudder. Trim set to idle detent. Recalls checked. So before taxi checks, Gen's on, no lights.
Traffic,
APU's
shuttle
off.
1386, stand 533, pushing, and engine start in the taxi. Line Charlie, Bravo to holding point Alpha 4, runway 27 to Heathrow traffic.
Right, anti-ice probes on. Anti-ice not required. Pax auto, bleeds on. ISO's auto. Cruise is set, landing set. Flap 5 required, 5 set, green light. Heathrow approach is online.
Contact 740, airborne passing 1800. Contact 470, thank you, climb flight level 12.
134175, we'll contact him once I've done the checks. Stab trim, 525, 525 set. To idle detent, flight controls checked, therefore we are recalls checked, ready to taxi. Direct to shuttle 12 November, 737 800, stand 505, information Zulu, QNH 1023. Okay, that was a wrong frequency, 11972 is what I want.
Calculus 5.5130, the arrival is low, but
Fine, that'll be good if you can do it. Alpha 5 to 984. Thanks.
Your director, hello, shuttle 12 November, 737 800, stand 505, just pushed, QNH 1023, information Zulu. Request taxi, we can accept anything from Alpha 9 Echo onwards.
Short flight number, thanks, must turn on Alpha and hold at Alpha 5.
Lieutenant Alpha, hold Alpha 5, shuttle 12 November.
And shuttle 12 November, you cleared from previous controller as well?
Negative. Correction, we had departure clearance, but no taxi.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, brakes off, configs checked. Lots to do with the radio when it all goes a bit wrong. So it first left Alpha, and we were cleared to Alpha 5. It's not the best intersection for us, but whatever.
Triple 5 from Alpha 4, you clear takeoff 27 right, surface wind is 230 degrees.
Matthew Eads, good to see you. How's the mic quality for me?
Right, Alpha 4, clear for takeoff runway 27 right, speed bird triple 5. Delta 11, mindful way 27 right, will be 1 intersection departure ahead.
runway 27 right, intersection ahead, Delta 11.
Delta 11 on runway 2 ahead of you.
2 ahead, Delta 1.
Spirit 984 behind, dividing company CRJ Alpha 5, line up on way 27 right behind. Behind departing traffic, line up and wait behind to the right, Alpha 5 through the 984.
So Alpha 12, 1, 2, 3, 6, 8, 9th on the left. It's quite a long way down. London Yankee Centre, I've never seen that one before, it must be monitoring north. Watergrove's online. Echo Golf Golf Tango Romeo, where's that? And we've got north online now as well, so we may have cover all the way.
Speedbird 162 Whiskey behind, departing Delta 747, line up on wait, runway 27 right behind.
Find departing Delta 747, right up way behind. Speedbird 163.
Eastern director, good day. Speedbird 326, Airbus 320, information Foxtrot and 521. Request IFR clears destination Madrid.
Stand by, brakes at 9x4 Alpha 5, clear takeoff 27 right, 230 degrees, 16, gusting 29 knots.
29.
Clear takeoff 27 right, Speedbird
This is straight down the run.
Speedbird 555, report you passing altitude.
1000 now, do feet, Speedbird 555.
055, flanks climb, flight level 180.
180, Speedbird 555.
Speedbird 326, Heathrow, hello, cleared Madrid, Concrete 2 Foxtrot, squawk 4452.
Keep in Madrid, via Concrete 2 Foxtrot, walking 4452, Speedbird 326.
326, correct. Delta 1127 right, clear takeoff, wind 230 degrees, 16, gusting 29 knots.
Clear for takeoff, runway 27 right, Delta 11.
So we were cleared to Alpha 5. Here's Alpha 8. There's one to line up.
Speedbird 984, report you passing altitude.
Passing 2800, Speedbird 984.
Speedbird 984, thanks, climb now, flight level 150.
Climb 150, Speedbird 984.
Heathrow approach, shuttle 1386, on the ground at Heathrow, taxiway Charlie.
Shield 1386, follow hold position, you cleared Manchester, Brooklands Park 7 Foxtrot, squawk 7204.
Come on, he needs a really quick reback.
Cleared to Manchester via the Brooklands Park 7 Foxtrot, departure squawk 7204, speed shuttle 1386.
Shield 1386, correct, I'll give you further shortly. Roger. Speedbird 555, nothing further now, 1 unit can't go away.
122 decimal 8, Speedbird 555, have a good day.
Delta 11, report you passing altitude.
Passing altitude 1500 feet, Delta 11.
Delta 1, thanks, climb now, flight level 130.
Climb now, flight level 130, Delta 11.
Shuttle 12, November behind, departing British Airways 747, line up on way 27 right, via Alpha 5 behind.
Well, they're departing 747, line of away Alpha 5 behind, shuttle 12 November.
The direct good day, Squid 1 Golf with the inbound land board, passing level 100, descending to level 80.
Straight 1 Golf, Heathrow, thanks, leave land board heading 270 degrees.
Leave land board heading 270, Squid 1 Golf.
Speedbird 1402, Heathrow.
I'm going to stop here just so I can see him once he starts to roll.
136, hold at Charlie 2.
So 145,
Speedbird shuttle
145, flap 5, flap 5, 525, 525.
Speedbird 984, nothing further now, 1 unit can't go away.
Indigo 1228, Speedbird 984.
Speedbird 160, whiskey, clear takeoff 27 right, limit 230 degrees, 16, gusting 29 knots.
Clear takeoff 27 right, Speedbird 160 whiskey.
See the airplane bobbing about in the wind. Us anyway. Just waiting. brakes off. A little bit of power.
Speed 15 Golf, no ATC, speed restriction, descent, flight level 70.
No speed restriction, descent, flight level 70 for 15 Golf.
Speedbird 1402 Heathrow.
So you can see with this tight turn here, I want to just keep him in view.
1402, hello, left turn Alpha and hold at Alpha 4.
Left turn Alpha, hold Alpha 4, Speedbird 1402.
Shuttle 136, right Bravo, hold Titan.
Right Bravo, hold Titan, speed shuttle 1386.
Shuttle 136, instruct squawk 7204.
Approaching 27 right.
Coming up, shuttle 1386.
Don't have to follow that line, remember.
Delta 11, nothing further now, but Unicom, goodbye.
Unicom 122 decimal 8 Delta 11, cheers.
Speedbird 160, whiskey, squawk right in.
Squawk right in, 160 whiskey.
Hello Rick, it's good to see you. Velocity, so it improves the data rate on VATSIM
Speedbird 160, whiskey, thanks for reporting passing altitude.
so that you see the aeroplanes move less stuttery.
On runway
So I think it's
27 right.
I think the data at the moment is every 5 seconds and the clients interpolate, so you sometimes get jolts. It'll be every 1 second.
15 Golf, turn left heading 140 degrees, descent to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1023.
So line up just to the left of the centre line. I've set the parking brake, don't do that in reality.
75 Golf, you've got 26 miles, 27 right.
26 miles, 27 right. Speed 15 Golf.
Shuttle 12 number, clear takeoff, 27 right from Alpha 5, left wind 230 degrees, 16, gusting 29 knots.
Clear takeoff, 27 right, shuttle 12 November. So power,
On runway
11:17.
27 right. On runway 27
40%.
right.
brakes off, power, toga, time.
Back in the ATC, speed restriction, increase the descent rate down to flight level 80.
So 260, ever so slight into wind over onto the left. Forward pressure as always. 80 knots, check the forward pressure.
Turn left now to heading 090 degrees.
D1.
Keep the wings level.
Positive rate.
Gear up. Up to the FD. It's bumpy. So just aim for the attitude, don't chase it. Let it fluctuate around, let the speed fluctuate as well. Don't chase too much.
1,000.
So I should have done that. Okay. Right.
687, leave London heading 270 degrees.
Accelerating. That was quite a bit of an acceleration.
Reporting passing altitude.
Shuttle 12 November passing altitude 2,100.
Shuttle 12, thanks. Call London, I 171, goodbye.
London 171, thanks. Shuttle 12 November, bye-bye.
Good 160 whiskey, nothing better. 15 clear takeoff, wind
Okay, passing up. Flaps are up. That's 15 degrees, no anti-ice required. Gear up and off. Stance, we're just going to leave continuous.
Good morning, Golf Charlie, Yankee, request basic service.
Going to leave everyone sat down for a bit.
Control, rocket basic service, QNH 1018, remain outside controlled airspace, squawk 0367. Squawk 0367, QNH 1018, remain outside controlled airspace, Golf Charlie, Energy and Yankee. 505130, descent, flight number 90, speed 250 knots.
And then Shuttle 2 November, UMLAT 1, Foxtrot passing 4,100, climbing altitude 6,000.
Shuttle 12 November, London Control, thank you, climb flight level 110.
Climb flight level 110, Shuttle 12 November. So,
Yeah, 90324, descent.
that overrides any of those restrictions. Popping out of the cloud, still bumping around. Still above 11. So we're going to leave everyone sat down for a bit. Especially with this turn.
Go with 112 London, Roger, did the previous controller give you descent? Roger, descent, level 200.
Do that. There we go.
Skyway 56 November Juliet, climb now, flight level 110. Shuttle 12 November, flight heading 320 degrees.
Heading 320 degrees, shuttle 12 November.
Fire then 5130, report your speed to London, correct Heathrow 119 and decimal 75. 119 the control comments 14 runner heading 180, throwing through flight 170 190. Control 429 London, Roger, continue with the heading, climb flight level 220. Continue with the heading, flight level 220, comfortable building. Ryder 99 Charlie Alpha, resume a navigation, Kidley, monitor, you've come, bye-bye.
It is. I don't think it's that bad in reality, Rick. It's gusty, but well, I mean, it says there's turbulence. Anyway, there's 100. Let the crew out. Lights off. Airplane's accelerating.
Service done shortly, brake low to gear, 90324, descend, flight 190. Flight level 990, gear 993.
So diffs at 4, cabin 2, 3-2 set. Leave the Panther sat down for a little bit.
Speed at 791, descent, flight level 160, level Sabre.
7160 level Sabre, 0190, 791.
Shuttle 12 November, climb, flight level 210.
Flight level 210, shuttle 12 November. So, out into vent. So we had out hold. And I've got that mapped to the joystick, which is why I didn't see me push it there.
150 degrees and climb level 310, comes 49.
Moment control, I noticed scale on 355, returning climb to flight level 250.
KLM 355, London, squawk 0370.
Squawk 0373, you said, for 25?
0370.
Squawk 0370 for 25.
Contact 3324, report to pass level.
Passing 6,000 feet from Strand for 324.
Contact 3324, thank you, climb, flight level 120, flight heading 180 degrees.
180 and climb.
Lots of ATCs come online. 337.
1 November, resume a navigation, Babel, climb, flight level 38, correction, flight level 320.
Direct Babel, climb flight level 320, shuttle 12 November.
Easy 62 Tango Lima, route now direct WELIN.
Direct WELIN, 62 Tango Lima.
Whiskey 56 November Juliet, climb, flight level 350.
Climb, 0, we've got 3 front.
Speed at 904, climb, flight level 370.
London North 1337, I've just tuned up.
Skyway 112, descent, flight level 150.
Alright, let's check that. No, we're not. Definitely not. Don't forget to check it, don't just ignore it.
KLM 355, route now direct Redfern.
So 3-2 set once, twice, 3 times. Flight level checked. Arrival QNH, we can pop in. 007.
Skyway 112, turn left by 10 degrees.
Put the forecast winds in at the moment.
Good morning, London Patrol, Skyway 114 in Birmingham, requesting clearance to Innsbruck.
It's just under an hour, Rick, 53 minutes.
Hello, I don't see that.
5-3.
Can you just double check that?
Oh yes, sir, sorry for that.
Go Julia Yankee, Roger, I see nothing to affect. My service terminates, school contact KT frequency change, Unicom 12 122.5, score Golf Security. Thanks so much for the service, Golf Juliet Yankee. Speed at 791, descend, flight level 100.
Just as we go thumb.
100, Super 791. Hello, control, very good morning. Right now, 850 Foxtrot with you 8 miles north from Talba. Request descent, please.
Radar 850,
210 check.
Descend, flight level 200.
6.2, cabins at 4. 3 to set, climbing steady.
Come here, 3324.
We've got 4 pops, yes we have.
Climb 190, Thunder 3324.
Shuttle 12 November, RIMTO 1 November arrival.
RIMTO 1 November, thanks. Shuttle 12 November. Got that in anyway. Yep, do we have any ATIS? No, we don't.
GASKO 12 London, projectFLY, flight level 370.
So we can pop the descent winds in.
GASKO 12, climb, flight level 370. Flight level 370, GASKO 1. Cargo 49 over 0 navigation to Southampton.
Oh, he's got it written down as Ascot, which is amateurish.
Navigation to Southampton.
A319.
Southampton, Cargo 49. Whiskey 56 November Juliet, flight heading 075.
055, please go 56 number Juliet.
Come Jet 3324, resume the navigation to Southampton, on the Unicorn 1TG dash 1 over.
Routes and navigation to Southampton and Unicorn 1TG dash 1, have an update here, thanks.
Scarlet 112, resume your navigation to Bombington, descend, follow level 130.
Log.
Scarlet 112, navigation to Bombington, descend, flight level 130.
Resume on navigation,
So pop those in. The transition level at Newcastle.
Seabird 1402, London control, hello, flight heading 330 degrees, climb, flight level 140.
Flight heading 330, climb, flight level 140.
6,000, so...
Cargo load 429 at 5 Unicorn 1TG.
There's my cheat sheet. Of course you'd get this from ATIS. It is not available.
90, Speedbird 791.
I don't have it.
384, Amsterdam to flight, continue Unicorn 1TG dash 1 over.
Irritating.
Unicorn 1TG dash 1, goodbye.
Skyways 112, descend, flight level 80.
Just rummaging along my desk to see if I can find my cheat sheet.
Good afternoon, Franklin to AKUPA, pressing 178, climbing 190.
And I can't, that's odd. I wonder where I've put it.
American 2 AKUPA, London control, Rogers, the Jacket 1 hotel arrival.
That's a Jacket 1 hotel, staying in Franklin 2.
Speedbird 791, contact Heathrow 119 at SO725.
I've wasted a bit of time there. No, we're fine. So 279, 82, 8.
Speedbird 791, contact Heathrow 119 at SO725.
1975, Speedbird 791, goodbye.
KLM 355, descend when you're ready, flight level 230, level Redford.
273,
Descent 30, left by left,
70, 100 is 256.
Rider 850, Foxtrot, descend, flight level 150, level Giggling.
Level 1.
London Skyways 111, boy, taxi out to Max Bend 41 Lima at Birmingham, getting
114 Lima, stand 41, lean left, push start approved.
Pushing start approved, Skyway 111.
Skyway 112, contact Heathrow 119 at SO75.
1190725 for the Heathrow Skyway 112, thank you very much.
Whiskey 56 November Julia, resume at navigation, ready for.
Alright, so we go fast number 2. Correction, Hasbo, or right one?
Right.
Okay, direct, right one. We go fast number 2.
London Shuttle 1386 on the Brooklyn Park 7 Foxtrot climbing through 7,000 feet.
2 stations at once, heard nothing, I heard something about someone out of Heathrow, say again.
Shuttle 1386 just departed Heathrow, Brooklyn Park 7 Foxtrot climbing through 8,000 feet.
A few unnecessary words there, but not bad.
Roger, just be advised the initial climb at altitude 6,000 feet. Fly heading 325 and subclimb flight up 90.
7, 7, climbing steady, E2, P.
Roger, stop climb flight level 90 and say again heading?
325.
325, Speedbird, Shuttle 1386.
Easy 274, London Control, Kidney 1 Golf Gal.
Kidney 1 Golf arrival at Gatwick. London Control, hello, running 9 Bravo Zulu, no big jet TV accident today, but we're at flight level 310.
Running on a Bravo Zulu, London Control, hello. Roger, descend when you're ready, flight level 290.
290, running 9 Bravo Zulu, cheers mate.
Going to the wrong airport.
I know mate, can't take Ryanair into Heathrow, it's a crime.
Back to Central, Logan 1371. Good afternoon. What's your plane number 340, requesting descent? Logan 1371, London, hello, descend, flight level 200. Down to flight level 200, Logan 1371. Easy 60, Tango Lima, descend when you're ready, flight level 200, level Elbos.
And when we're ready, flight level 200 will be level by Elbos, CGT 360, Payload.
Speedbird 1402, resume at navigation, WELIN, is the Dainty Alpha arrival, and climb flight level 180.
Navigation to WELIN,
So, 1120 Zulu for weather.
Yeah, no worries, climb flight level 180.
Just going to check that
And Dainty Alpha arrival.
nothing for NT.
Flight level 180, standard. 18, 2 hours on right.
25016, 10k.
Shuttle 1 T November, descend when you're ready, flight level 280, level 25 miles before Mammal.
When ready, descend flight level 280 to 5 miles before Mammal, shuttle 12 November. Okay.
Shuttle 1386, climb flight level 160.
Flight level 160, Shuttle 1386.
So, 25.
KLM 355, server descent on Unicorn 160, decimal 8 month.
There we go.
Bye bye.
Skyway 1114, requesting taxi to runway.
Skyway 1114, taxi via Delta and Alpha, holding point Alpha 1.
1,000 to go.
Taxi via Delta in Alpha, holding point
Okay,
Alpha
VNAV path, we are actually in.
1114.
Ryder 9 Bravo Zulu, descent.
He wasn't mucking about, was he?
Level 200, running 9 Bravo.
So that has kept us in cruise,
Level to London, 133.
which is good. I thought I'd have to go back to the cruise page. Oh no. So let's pop that in. No, it won't work because we're descending. I'll try and update that.
Shuttle 1 T November, contact London 133.7.
That was a bit of a short shot distraction. London North 133.7. Thanks for the service, shuttle 12 November, bye bye.
Speedbird 14.
Under control, hello, Ryanair 298, set stands by at Newcastle, requesting IFR clearance to Dublin.
And here 980
What's the airplane doing now? Why are we not descending? It's pretty bad. So let's get the airplane descending again, and then we'll go level change. London Shuttle 12 November, passing flight level 2902, descending flight level 280 mammal.
As we go.
Descent flight level 220, Shuttle 12 November.
Let's go 9 Echo Mike, ready for taxi at Doncaster.
London Control, running 298, did you give us frequencies contact at the end of the last message? Didn't quite get that.
Don't know why we're getting descended so early. So scanner 23, broken through to
100. Climb down, 170.
1009.
No frequency, just call me when appreciate start.
Will do, 298, apologies.
So no transition. How are we going to get there? We're going to go to SDs. We'll have to invent a transition. Shouldn't be.
Shuttle 3 Sierra, London Control, 127 decimal west of A.
With that for radio, thank you.
Sierra 3 Sierra, London Control, 127 decimal west.
127 decimal, good day, radio, please.
Good, so a bit of a rush to get all of that in because we are being descended quite early. And what I've done is just reduced our rate of descent because we're well off profile. Bring that back to 500, which is the absolute minimum.
Taxi via Charlie and Alpha to holding point 20, with go 9 Echo Mike.
It'd be nice if we knew why. Is the airplane descending? Yes.
Mike Alpha, Aviation gate, identified traffic service. Traffic ahead is Golf Juliet Alpha, Lima, 3,700 feet, just your chartered back 5 miles.
Golf Juliet Tango, the traffic inside ahead. Thank you.
So we are going to end up at a position. I'm going to pop these in early. That is 8 miles out, 8 mile final. Yeah, about an 8 mile final. 8.4. Okay, so that's that point with a little level platform altitude. I don't think we need that level altitude, so I'm going to delete that out. And I'm going to take 90 degrees, expecting a base leg of 5 miles. So that's 246. Runway 246. If we take 90 off of that, 156, yeah. Should give us a base leg.
Say again?
A little bit tight. Might get a 30-degree intercept. We'll just show you what that looks like.
Run, plan to flight level 240, run at 245.
There you go, custom waypoint and a base leg. Maybe an intercept would be better. So that will be roughly what we should get, roughly. So it doesn't particularly matter too much. Just helps the profile a little. Good. So we're going to lose 0.6, so it's going to be 62.9.
Good morning, London Centre, this is Ryan at 585, when you fly flight level 360.
Still well below profile. So strong wind, flap should be as low as possible.
GB DDR4 and altitude tango out of the ball. Flight level 190, easy 20, thank you.
So, gonna need 3.
2000 for 5000. Okay, climb flight level 100.
5 plus 8, 153. Descend at level 160 equals shuttle 12 November. It's Takeoff. Echo. 160 level by. Happy, that's what we're looking for on the profile anyway. Aircore, fine. 439 for the minimums. Whoa. So 160 cleared.
Descent flight level 290 report on bed, runway 5X9.
Just check that restriction is there still, yes. Still below profile, so... Okay, what else we got to do? We're going to be vacating in the end, so 3 is fine. So 111.5, yes. Newcastle DME 11425. The NDB 352.
I'm under control right now, 298, push us up. 298, push in, start of east. Push us up, right now, 298. Right now, correction, KLM 755, nothing down, they use combat GT, that's late below.
So watch out for the DME. That's DME only. 115. 246 checked. 4 at 1570. 439 minimums, happy. We are still below profile.
Separation to my end, 210 degrees, check 934.
Shuttle 138 to 6, speed 250 knots or less.
250 or less, shuttle 1386.
China 585, descend to flight level TT0.
There's the profile coming back in, finally. Very inefficient if we'd maintained our descent. It's a fun windy day for VFR.
American 175, past 7,000 feet.
And the 175 under control. Just confirm your next waypoint.
Say again, please.
Okay, and the 175, what is your next waypoint?
Difficult questions. Okay, profile's really starting to come in now, so go VS in a moment. Increase it ever so slightly just to smooth it out.
Okay, and the 175 under control. And next line forward, climb down to flight level 190.
Craft level 190, Channel X934.
Delta 25 for Mike, Canada 175.
Canada 175, circuit to Wallasey, Whiskey Alpha Lima, climb to flight level 2T0.
Proceed to Whiskey Alpha Lima, Canada 175.
Pen and paper.
Channel X925, climb down flight level 190.
Level 190, Channel X925.
Easy 2T0, confirm control 127.1.
Well, then on 127.1, thanks, easy 2 to 0, Channel.
David 1402, decertify level 8, crimson secretary level 5A.
Well, 0 by 8, David 1402.
Shuttle 13868, decertify level 110. Easy 17 Victor Zilly, expect straight in, turn 90 figure.
Say again, 7 Victor Zilly.
Easy 71 Victor Zilly, expect straight in, approach turn 90 figure.
Straight in for runway 23 right, expect easy 7 Victor Zilly.
So, getting quite close. Quite happily just peg that to match up. Don't need to actually intercept the profile.
Passing final 60 with go 9 economic. Let's go 9 economic, climb down flight level 350. Climb down 350 with go 9 economic. 96 flight level 110.
Descent flight level 110, shuttle 12 November.
The next one is 140, plot heading to London Control 127.1.
Blocked.
10x9 V4, 10
So we'll take that one out.
Turn left at
That one out.
140 degrees, report heading to London Control 127.
BTC overrides any clearance.
Shuttle 13806, London Control.
That's interesting.
Party message. Shuttle 13860, descend to flight 110.
Flight level 110, shuttle 13886.
Easy 60 Tinker Lima, contact master stereo, manual 8.5 seconds.
1857, EAC 62, tag level 5. Confirm climb to flight level 320, Canada 175.
On descent.
Block.
Big Bed 1402, maintain T50 knots.
T50, David 102.
Ryan 298, ready for time.
Energy 98, standby. Shuttle 1 to November, descent to flight level 120.
Descent to flight level 120, shuttle 12 November.
Energy 98, taxi by Delta to Delta
London Control, Delta Echo Sierra Charlie Sierra, deployed in from Echo Golf November Mike at 2000 feet flying IFR. Flagged.
China 17, traction at Canada 175, climb to flight level TT0, please.
There's quite a bit of traffic on the ground there. Just checking that the ILS is
Trying to fly level
available.
0, Air Canada 175.
So we may struggle with the decel. So I'm going to just use a little bit of speed brake to get the speed under control.
VATSIM go.
Unreadable, just say again.
Got Oscar Bravo, Kilo, request of bridge to a traffic service currently south of Gavin 1,600 feet.
Golf Oscar Bravo Alpha Kilo, such a traffic service.
Traffic service, go for Kilo.
London Control, Delta Echo Sierra Charlie Sierra being brought forward at 2000 feet flying IFR at Charlie Sierra.
Speed brake stowed.
Charlie Sierra, London Control, roger.
Shuttle 12 November level, flight level 120.
Shuttle 12 November, descent the flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80, shuttle 12 November.
Ryanair 522 Echo Golf, passing 3,000 feet, for 4,000.
That was 2 of us. Channel 935, contact London Control 127.1. Speedbird 1402, Manchester radar, 108 decimal 57.
Overline 47, Speedbird 140.
Shuttle 13826, descent to flight level 820.
So MSA is 26,
Flight level
descending
80,
down to 21, it's 34 this side.
Shuttle 1386, contact Manchester radar on 118 decimal 57. Shuttle 136, Manchester radar, 118 decimal 57.
Manchester radar 118 decimal 57, shuttle 136.
London Control, Ryanair 522 Echo Golf, flight level 40.
So entering the hold because we haven't been given any further clearance. He is busy though. Rocket League, hello.
Easy 176 to Zibo, turn left heading to 80 degrees, straight in for an 80 right.
Turn left heading 280 degrees, straight to 23 right, moving steady.
Ryanair 585, descend to flight level 130, set straight in for an 80 right. Ryanair 585, descend to flight level 130, expect vector straight in and 80 right.
Descent to flight level 130, expect vector 23 right, direct in. Ryanair 585, thank you.
Speedbird 490, climb now to flight level 190.
So I'm doing this manually. Read it back, buddy. This is what holds everything up. Shuttle 12 November, entering the hold, SDs.
Shuttle 12 November, my apologies, you can exit the hold and leave at heading of 050.
No worries, you're busy. Leave the hold 050. I'll continue the left turn, Shuttle 12 November.
London Control on the flight from KLM 953 inbound Oxford, flight level 320.
KLM 953, gotcha, did you copy for us to the test?
Like I say, not his fault. He's super busy.
Yeah,
Phone's on silent. We are descending. We may speed up in a moment.
Channel 935, request further climb.
Channel 95, London Control 127.1. 17.1, so that's right, thanks a lot, boy. Fairness, 5 GT Echo Golf, are you with me?
So Panzer's all sat down, lights are all on. Plane's happily descending, accelerating, depressurizing, de-everything.
Got the third lecture across the transfer to Doncaster control zone, east to west by the MS.
1,000 to go.
Checked.
Golf Alpha Kilo, clear to transit Doncaster control zone, east to west, not about 3,000 feet.
And we'll just zip back up to 220.
3,000 feet east to west of
Control, fueling A749, over to the Tampa 1 Romeo departure at 3,100 feet.
Hello?
Easy 17 Victor Zilly, descent to plane number 80. Descent flight level 80, descent 1 Victor Zilly. And 5 GT Echo Golf, are you with me? Shuttle 1 to November, turn left heading 020 degrees, please. Altitude 6,000 feet on AQNH 1009.
Left heading 020 degrees, descend altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1009, Shuttle 1 to November.
And Shuttle 1 to November, LBD ILS for runway 25.
LS25, Shuttle 1 to November. There we go, look. He's giving us a base leg. It's not bad, is it?
3170, with you 340.
BL1 3170, standby, right brake, runway T98, 7th wind is 250 degrees, 1 knots, clear for takeoff for 25.
Clear takeoff runway 25, right now, T98.
We can afford to be high because even if he does do that,
5,000 feet.
we're tracking slightly further.
Climb down to flight level 190. Climb flight level 190, fueling 874.
But you can certainly use VNav as a tool to help give you that, update that information, give you the profile, give you an idea. As we're going wide, he might actually give us a 30-degree intercept, something like that. So we can definitely afford to be a little bit high. So start switches, I'm going to leave on continuous so I don't forget them.
Request climbing 2,500 feet. London Control, very good afternoon. Easy 21 Charlie, with you passing 2605 now.
Easy 21 Charlie, London Control, roger. Climb now to flight level 160.
160, easy 21 Charlie.
Delta Echo, Sierra Charlie, Sierra, you climb 2,500.
Used to be an NDB out here.
Climb 2,500, Delta Charlie, Sierra.
Gone are those good old days. It was out here. It was definitely here on the coast somewhere.
Control Iberia 3170, descending Roxo.
Good blast of anti-ice as we go through this cloud.
Check the link command controller info for the objectives. You can maintain the commodity lanes.
Over to you and come, thank you very much.
Speedbird 490, nothing further to you. In the commodity lane provided. 122 decimal 8, Speedbird 490,
So India November Whiskey Charlie is the ident 246. Checked with the chart. Don't forget to check it.
Easy 71 Victor Zulu, contact Manchester radar, 118.575. 118.575, thank you very much, Easy 7 Victor Zulu, good luck.
Bit of drift. So even at 500 feet a minute, the airplane only very gradually slows down.
refueling 8749, thank you now. Goodbye.
Southern Control, hello, Ryanair 27 Papa, 4.5 to 5.
What?
Ryanair 585, descent to flight number 100.
So I'm going to keep minimum clean until we're given a heading.
585, thank you.
Shadow 1 November, descent to altitude 4,000 feet, 10 check miles.
Descend altitude 4,000 feet, shall I want to November? Go flat first.
Climb out flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230, Ryanair 29.
Easy 1 2, correction, easy 21 Charlie, climb to flight level 190. Delta Lima UMLAT, Yankee, stand by, this is going to control the handover. Easy 21 Charlie, climb down flight level 190 and contact left control 127.1.
Bit of cloud surfing, doesn't look too bad.
7.1 is your Charlie.
Kills the frames though.
London Golf Bravo Juliet Alpha Lima's got Blackpool insert, will join in for the 3 mile flight on runway 28.
281 is at stamp 8 at Newcastle, request IFR clearance to Stansted as filed.
Get a 9 to 5 equals descent.
So when he said standby controller handover in progress, nobody listened. So what have we got? Absolutely nothing.
Ryanair 27 Papa from the Sunborn Romeo 5,000 feet.
All stations stand by, control the change.
Air Canada 175, request a descent. Air Canada 175, London, descent to flight level 200.
Descent flight level 200, Air Canada 175.
Ryanair 27 Papa under control, hello, continue present heading, climb flight level 190.
190 on present heading, Ryanair 27 Papa.
Shuttle 12 November, turn left, all the way round, heading 230 degrees, report established on the localizer, runway 25.
Left heading 230 degrees, Wilco, shuttle 12 November.
Ryanair 298, climb flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230, Ryanair 298.
Just about make that.
Gillett 953, London control, hello, descent, flight level 170, Rosen 1 Foxtrot arrival.
Rosen 1 Foxtrot, descent level 170, Gillett 953.
It's looking alright now.
Ryanair 585, descent, flight level 80, and route direct to Papa Oscar Lima.
Sounds right down, direct to Papa Oscar.
So he's given us 230, we might not actually need that. So I'm going to come round 10 degrees.
Alpha Lima, join and report final runway 28, you are number 1.
Report final runway 28.
Use those tools available.
About 3 mile final Alpha Lima.
And I'm going to set 250 because we haven't gone through the localizer yet.
Squawk 6670, Air Canada 175.
There you go, there's the local.
For clearance, we should send it by text. Shuttle 12 November, descent to altitude 3,500 feet, further with the glide path, the Newcastle QNH is 1009.
Descend with the glide, altitude 3,500, QNH 1009, shuttle 12 November.
Golf, Oscar Bravo, Alpha Kilo, squawk 4555. 4555.
Flag 5 for the glide intercept.
1,000 to go.
Aeroplane should level off.
1,000 to go.
Ryanair 27 Papa, flight heading 145.
Heading 145, 27 Papa.
Electronica 3 November, really passing altitude 3,805, Shot 3 November, London, climb now, flight level 190. Flight level 190, Shot 3 November. Ryanair 585, contact Manchester, radar 118.575, goodbye.
We could just about get down the glide with flap 1, but it's difficult to lose that speed.
Golf Oscar Bravo Alpha Kilo, radar control, you're cleared to leave the Doncaster control zone to the west.
Okay, glide slope capture.
Control Golf Alpha Kilo, request a slight change of plan through staff of the control towards Jackson.
So Golf Alpha Kilo, just leave to the west and then you can route southbound as soon as you leave the control zone. At Canada 175, contact Dublin approach 121.1.
Contact Dublin approach 121.1, Air Canada 175, bye-bye.
Golf Alpha Lima Finals 28 at Blackpool.
Golf Alpha
Definitely sounds like he's from Blackpool, doesn't he?
250 degrees, 22 knots, clear to land.
So the mist is straight ahead to 2.5.
Delta Charlie Sierra, leaving my sector now, monitor Unicom 122.8.
122.8, Delta Charlie Sierra.
Golf Mike Alpha Romeo Tango, join a report, final runway 28, you are number 2 to that Cessna 172 ahead.
It's quite a long way from the coast, Newcastle.
Number 2, report final runway 28, Golf Romeo Tango.
Ryanair 27 Papa, report you're heading to London Control 127.1.
Headed to 127.1, Ryanair 27 Papa.
Golf Alpha Kilo, do you require a service leaving control airspace? Golf Alpha Kilo, Roger, leaving control airspace in 2 miles, basic service.
Shuttle 12 November established ILS 258 DME.
Shuttle 12 November, thanks for runway 25, surface wind 240 degrees, 14 knots, clear to land.
Clear land 25, Shuttle 12 November.
Ryanair 298, I'm going to be closing up very shortly, monitor Unicom now 122.8.
122.8, thanks for the service, and lady was on earlier, did a very good job as well.
Thank you. Shuttle 3 November, contact London Control 127.1.
127.1, Shuttle 3 November.
So glide check is 1570 at 4.
Golf Alpha Kilo, I'm going to close up now, monitor Unicom 122.8, plane.
122.8, that's fine, thank you.
And Golf Alpha Lima, I'm closing now, thanks for flying with London, see you soon.
Thanks very much for the service, Alpha Lima.
And Golf Romeo Tango, the surface wind at Blackpool is 250 degrees, 22 knots, I'm closing now.
Golf Romeo Tango, look down.
Kenneth 953, contact Manchester radar 118.575, goodbye.
118.575, bye-bye.
All stations, London is closed, monitor Unicom 122.8, goodbye.
Thanks for service, see ya.
See you guys, thanks.
Newcastle traffic, Shuttle 12 November established, ILS 25, 5.5 DME. Newcastle. Geordie land. So, 4 miles, gear down, flap 15. Look at our ground speed, 150, nice and slow. Match speed, still +8, got 16 straight ahead. Flap 25. 53, and have to configure just that early, but you can see the airplane's oscillating quite a bit. Final flap, speed brake on, wheel brake set, flap, gear down, 3 green, start switch is continuous, cabin secure, readings checked, we have been cleared to land. Double check that there's no clowns getting in the way, because there's somebody on a stand, maybe a couple of people. We're not going to forget to turn off the auto throttle this time.
Approaching 25.
Still seems significantly out of trim.
500. 400. 300. Plus 100.
Below.
200. Minimums.
Continue. It's a little bit twitchy, and I'm making lots of very
100.
small control movements to keep the airplane on track here.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Bit of a thump.
80 knots.
Okay, we're definitely going to make the end of the runway, so reverse is stowed. Manual braking. And we'll take this exit here. Not quite high speed, I don't think. That wasn't bad. 180. You're playing guess the butter. So let's get the airplane cleaned up. Whoa! Whoa! That looks bad. I hope I don't break anything going over this giant speed bump. Jeez, that's a worry. This could be a disaster. I am quite worried about this. I don't want to break anything. What triggers the collision detection? Eep. Don't break the airplane, don't break the airplane, don't break the airplane. Here's the wing I'm worried about. Oh. Okay, we lived. Better do a self-NOTAM there. That was horrific. Newcastle traffic, shuttle 1 to November vacated. Get the old APU one. Make a stand over here to the left, I think. I'll look at the landing in a moment. I'm not going to watch it back. I will have a look at the landing rate in a moment. Now with the auto brakes, 1.7, 1.8, not too bad. Speed bump, yeah, hard landing, hard taxiing. Speed bird, speed bump. Right, so Pegasus says vertical speed 251. Not ideal. projectFLY says 261. So yeah, fun. I say though, not aiming for butter. So there's definitely an issue there with Ortho and the runway. I have to confess I'm not smart enough to figure out how to fix that. It's all very mathematical, terrain smoothing, etc. I like how the windsocks work. I don't know if anybody's noticed that before. Let's have a look at a little cheat to see which one of these might be best. Lucky number 6. I don't know if that's static or not. I guess it must be, it's got no lights on. Might not do. Strobes. Bit uphill actually, using quite a bit of power to get the airplane onto this stand. Terminal doesn't look that great, from what I remember. Newcastle doesn't look like this, but again, not terrible, not awful. So we'll get our schedule timed. Excuse the external view for cheating. Because of course we've got no stand guidance. Oh, the jet bridge is down there. Actually, that's more like it, isn't it? That's probably where we would have gone. Eek. Brake set. On stand. So, 2 blues, 1 red. Engine's dead. Welcome to Newcastle. So 2 minutes late, that hold probably contributed to that, but otherwise 53 is fair enough. 1 hour 15, that was our schedule, and we're bang on time. Oh, even the taxi chart, the parking chart has got the airbridge depicted. Deal. 20%. Beacon off. Punters out. Ground power's on. Views off. Chocks in. Doors open, the stairs are out. And we've got a 40-minute turnaround, which is nice and casual. Zibo says, landing rating bad, approach rating excellent. What was bad about the landing? I know it was a bit firm, but I wouldn't have said it was bad. Disappointed. Oh, 1 star. Where's the criteria? Not here. I think Zibo's torturing people. Anyway, fuel wise, we've got 1.89, 1.91, 3.8 left on board. We have used 1.27, 0.28. Flight time 0:55. Walk time 1 hour 14. Can set those if I can push it. Open the door. Smile for the punters. Everything is off. Pump the pumps off for a moment. Going to leave the electric hydraulic pumps on. Thing we need. And we can therefore complete our flights. Disconnect from VATSIM. I need to file the flight. Flight plan done and filed. On the way back, we are call sign Shuttle 13 Kilo. Getting the flight plan off the server, and then it says there isn't one, which I don't get. So I'll pop it back on. We'll change the payload to, what have we got, 118 and 2843. Okay, that's easy. To do fuel in a moment. So let's get a specific stand 1355, 1255 Zulu. Start the flight there. Stand 6. Cool, that's running. projectFLY is, as always, taking its time. It's also running. So I just need to refresh that one. Golf X-ray Flight Service Center. What is that? Shanwick. Okay. It's been a while. Tango Tango. London Information Basic outside CAS. No IFR Airways. That's cool. London Information. No other ATC. So happy. Let's get our fuel for the way back. So close this one down, open this one up. By 441. So active sky, I need to load up the flight plan for that. I think Southampton is our alternate. So we've done VATSIM flight plan, X-Pilot, call sign and flight plan, active sky, and smart cars is running. 40-minute turnaround, we're easily going to make 20 to 40 minutes, and 12:55 off blocks. So payload, everything else done. Check the overhead, the APU bleed can come off as well. So we have a step climb, 230 to RIBEL and then 270, so we'll set 230. Throat is 83, so back down to 100. We're fueling, so the belt signs stay off. Let's load up the charts. Might have a bit of time to talk about those actually. Okay, so I've got charts twice. Navigraph doesn't quite like it. Oh no, it's okay this time. So it's an RNAV departure with the initial climb, flight level 80 by the looks of things. So we'll set 81. The runway heading is 246. It's an RNAV departure, so there is no nav 8 to tune. You need the NDB for the MSAs. The MSA in the sector we're departing to is going to be 3,400. Leave the ILS set and available. You can have the NDB this side. Anything else to do for that departure? No turn to blow, max 180. So we'll keep flat for departure. And max 250 on our way. Cool. 246 166 190. Just set that as a reminder on the departure. I'll show you my thinking about that in a moment. So, wasn't it Echo Golf number Tango stand 6? Like I said, shuttle 13 kilo. As always, this just saves time. So, GIRLI, Papa 18 to GASKO, Papa 16 to RIBEL, Papa 16 to CROFT, and that's why we're on the Papa 16, that's why we are limited to 230, that's the top of the airway, even though there is one directly above it. To CROFT, direct to NUGRA, NUGRA 1 Hotel, so let's activate that. Not going to get any other arrival in. I'm going to plan for 27 right. We know from Bovington. 25. And this is GIRLI 1 Yankee. What is the 3 X-ray? Only available when Curragh Hill gliding site active. Now that's interesting because it may or may not be active. So let's have a look at the other one. GIRLI 3 X-ray. So I don't know if the gliding site is active. does it have a track mile distance, and is there a huge amount of difference? So on the 3 X-ray, it's 13.4 and 6.9. It's ever so shorter in track mile distance. And there's no one online to guide us. Shame. We'll take the one that we filed. Gives them a bit of distance.
Newcastle traffic. Blue Star 281 is pushing and starting from gate number 8. Newcastle traffic.
Yeah, it's all fine. 266, and we've got our all the way NUGRA. It's up at Westcott, Bovingdon. Let me just check the arrival, because we had this yesterday, didn't we? There's a long level segment there. Well, it tells us to be level at 7. I will leave those in. And remember, this one is 3000. And we'll pop that in. There we go, we don't need the 30. And December forecast we can pop in. You're going up to 270. It's our final cruise. And 44. 50 is 27747. 100 is 264. 45. Let's get the latest weather at Heathrow. 1023 still. And what did that give us as a transition level when we left? At 0. And of course you can put the anti-ice on and off altitudes in again, it doesn't make a huge amount of difference. So 0 fuel, let's have a look at our weights. 55.956, that's good enough, close enough, isn't it? So this plan, you can see I've got 20 minutes additional fuel, just because Heathrow and therefore potential chaos. Bournemouth's our alternate, which we've got a ton for, 24 minutes. And so therefore reserves 1995, call it 2, round it up to 2, and then round it up again to 2.1. Cost index 20, initial is 230. Full step climb is when 27670. Should still go in even if you've got the message here, it does it behind it if that makes sense. Top of climb ice is +2. And we will do performance in a moment. So 61.2, it might be 61.3 for departure. 25 of course. Castle Meta. That took a while. So I'll just read it out for you. The departure ATIS is 1150 Zulu. That's well and truly outdated, isn't it? So actually active sky is what matters. 240 at 14, so it might still be the same. Active sky is what's putting it into the sim, so it doesn't matter if it's out of date. If it's still out of date, we'll use that 24014. 10k, scattered 2300, broken 2800, 12, 6, 0, 0, 9. Active sky is giving us exactly the same, so we'll use that. Again, we've got another 22k 34 D rate, stop margin 196. Is that the maximum? Seems very odd. Minimum flap is 1400. So 22k 34 and 5, 89.6, 89.9, 525 on the trim again. And we're getting 136, 136, 141. Take the lower, 41. We'll break to RTO while I think about it. Brake temps have cooled down.
Newcastle traffic, Blue Star 281, taxiing to runway 24.
Is a Geordie. And there we go, we haven't been cleared, so until we clear ourselves for takeoff, I'm not going to change that, just in case we get a controller come online. 2133, distance we need. 12:55, so we got loads of time. I might go get some snacks, because I haven't had lunch, I'm a bit peckish. So performance is done, everything else has been put in. Everything else online. Happy days. Is that guy taxiing over there? Oh no, it was him on stand 7. He was real. Guess he just didn't have his lights on. Right, quick snack and I'll be back in a minute. Feel free to post any questions and have a look at the charts and a chat if you want. Right, well, that's the airplane fueled up and me fueled up. Quick lunch snack. And we got 10 minutes until scheduled off blocks. So, let's jump back into the jet. Still got no ATC online. The flight leg is running. And let's have a look at some of these charts. So the difference between the 3 X-ray and the 1 Yankee, you can see there, that's the one we're going to do. That's a flyby. That's a flyby. That one's a flyover. And you can see there is the glider site that we're avoiding. And again, I assume the gliding club that operates there would call up and tell ATC they were active, get their own little block of protected airspace, because I imagine that they can go quite high up there when they're thermaling. You know, certainly to 8,000-10,000 feet if they really want to, if the conditions are right. Probably not today. And then you can see that this keeps them clear by a good couple of miles. So, or maybe they actually give up some of the airspace. I'm not too familiar with the airways structure here. I know Papa 18 goes over the top, but maybe they hand over a bit of the air, a little block of the airspace, as happens in other parts of the country. But that's the departure purely RNAV, so it's all very easy. 352 on the NDB for the MSAs. So that means if we have an issue or anything else and we need to stop climbing, we need to be above 3,400 to avoid terrain and obstacles. That's within 25 nautical miles of that NDB. As you can see up to here. So that's the departure, nice and easy. Heathrow, we're going to be NUGRA 1 Hotel. And then the transition from Wellington. There's the approach. And obviously Navigraph, if you put CAO on, you don't get all of these options, which is useful. So we're going to expect 27 right. There it is. That's the transition that we've put in. And that's our arrival. Remember, that gets us relatively low with a few level segments. Not forgetting that is actually a really easy restriction to miss. Just because of the way it's lobbed in there, I can't help thinking that soppit there would be better, and then that there would be a bit clearer, just because it's easy to miss the two of those. Cool. So let's pre-plan our push. Okay, something like that will do us. And our taxi is going to be along here and up that way.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
Like I say, it'd be really nice and immersive if all these things like fueling, you just said how much fuel you wanted, when your times were, and if it was all done, like loading, etc. All the doors shut by themselves. You get asked, here, you know, here's the load sheet. We're fueled. You know, get told things like that. That would be really quite immersive and realistic, over and above what we've got so far. Rather than just sort of sounds. So 5.4, we've finished fueling. Belts can go on. Igniters can go to the left side, just to even them out. Are these all... Oh yes, they are. They look ever so slightly over to the left, just because of where the camera position is. Let's get the weather again, shall we? Still 1009, 230 at 10. Active sky is giving us 230 at 10. People telling other people they're leaving the cockpit on Unicom. Nobody cares. So let's get the APU on.
Captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. We do ask that all passengers take your seat at this time and please fasten your seatbelt. Just as a reminder, we cannot leave the gate until all carrying items are properly put away, all overhead bins are closed, and all passengers are seated.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
So flight director's on, master my side again. Still not cleared, but we've got no ATC, so I'm going to self-clear us for our departure. And we might leave a minute or two early.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Newcastle traffic, shuttle 13 kilo, push and start stand 6, facing east.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
So, anti-collision goes on.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross-check and all call, thank you.
Alright, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Okay, so there we go. We are good to go. Transponders on. Brakes off.
Starting pushback and you may start engines.
Short-ish push. So we'll start the engines up. Number 2 first. Start switch to ground. Again, done on hardware so you can't see it.
KLM
1 is also diverting to EGNT due to technical difficulties.
Well, who else was? So, starter cut out, 2463, stable engine, just about to stop hopefully.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Start number 1. What was the for, Matthew? I know I was moving. Fuel on. Fuel goes in, gets the exhaust gas temperature going up. Don't want to see it get near that red. If you do, cut the
Tow
fuel.
is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
There we go. As the fan starts pushing air through it, brings the EGT down to its stable setting. 2, 4, 6 and 3. 2 stable engines. We'll wait until we see the pin. Oh, nice and easy, just call up. There's the pin. Oh, easy 2.5, I didn't see you there, didn't hear. What's the point in flying online if you don't call out? So, run through the flow. We've seen the pin. So flap 5. Don't get it. So flap 5 set, full forward, full aft, full left, full right, full left rudder, full right rudder. Trim is set, idle detent, pulse checked before taxi checks. So generators on, no lights, APU off, start switches continuous, anti-ice not required, probe heats on. We have got air conditioning, PAX auto, bleeds on, isolation valve, auto, flap, 5 required, 5 set, green light. Stab trim, 525 required, 525 set, 2 idle detent on the engines. Flight controls checked, recalls checked. We are therefore good to taxi. So we're going to go via Alpha, Delta. Newcastle traffic, shuttle 13 kilo, taxiing, hold Delta 1, runway 25 via Alpha and Delta. Newcastle traffic. So, brakes off, configs checked. I really don't get the point in flying online if you're just going to honk around and not do anything on Unicom. Oh, he hasn't even got a flight plan, no wonder. Might be a flight sim noob. Or 7000 squawk, yeah, most definitely. Which, it's not that I don't have time for people online, but I mean there's even an exam on VATSIM now, so you should have a bit of sense when it comes to the network. We can't take an intersection if he sits in the way. Oh, there is an intersection it takes up about a third of the runway, so let's hope this clown just gets out of the way. So 1310 should be our off time. Radar's on, terrain radar's on. Water throttle armed for takeoff, LNAV armed. Have to watch the speed on departure. Get the cabin secured now. So 141, 141, 525, 525. Runway heading of 246. So, nobody as far as I can see is on approach. This guy is just sitting here, clustering his life up. We could enter backtrack and get in the way, but again, they can just taxi through you, so you might as well just taxi through them yourself.
Newcastle traffic, KLM65 flying, objectives for ILS.
How far out are you, KLM? Oh, we would be taking that intersection. KLM inbound Newcastle distance.
You're roughly 30 miles away.
Great, thanks. EC25 from Shell 13 Kilo, you ready? Might just be able to get round. Newcastle traffic, Shuttle 13 Kilo, lining up, taking off, runway 25. I'm sure he's stopped it in a decent hold where you can get past him. There you go, look, so if he'd pulled forward a bit, that's the whole point of having that hold there.
Approaching 25.
A little bit of a lump there.
On runway 25.
So it's going to be 1306, 5.3. We have self-cleared for takeoff, 141, 141, squawking, lights are on, trim is set, 8,000, 40%. Brakes off. Power, Toga, 1306. Checked. Hand off. This is the rotate, which was the same speed as V2. Gear up onto the flight directors.
400.
Checked. So the speed restriction was 180. So we're going to have to stay full flap.
1,000.
Command A, the pilot's in. So full flap, we are going to go straight up to 230. Newcastle traffic, shuttle 13 kilo airborne passing 3000. So 10 degrees, I'm going to put the anti-ice on because it's going to get colder. And then once we roll level, get the speed up. There we go, so let's plug up. Airplane's accelerating, flap 1. Flaps up, 250, VNAV, brake off, flaps up, no lights, gear up and off, start switches can go to off, crew can go cabin, out, diff is 2.3, cabins coming up to 2, climbing steadily, pulse checked, set standard, and we are on our way. So out into vent, we're going to go straight to cruise. Still nothing online. Could get rid of that restriction, and to do that, you simply delete this. If you were given free speed by ATC, and let the airplane pitch for best climb. Initially we'll level off lower. The top of climb actually should come back closer. It's only an extra couple of 1,000 feet, but every little helps. you go, you can start to see top of climb coming right back in. So passing 100. 4 pumps, lights off. Cabin is 3.8 and the altitude's 3.5. 23, set once, twice, 3 times. Pulse checked. It's a little bit bumpy, so we'll keep the button set down for a moment.
Traffic here, fully established right at
So fully established is helpful, but you do need the distance as well. Otherwise, if you're outside 4 miles, I know I can probably line up and depart. If you're within that, probably not. -15 and climbing. I see that. Who is that? Oh, Easy 25. The idiot. Or the noob, whichever way you want to look at it. Shame London's not online. Did we end up in a little bit of cloud there? It's KLM 225. And what I'm further going to do is go straight up to 27, ignoring the airways. For our final cruise. Because RIBEL is quite a long way out. There it is. Now we don't really want that level segment. So, out into vent. There you go, updated that. This guy hasn't got a flight plan, so I don't know what his cruise is. So, East Mids approach, Thames approach, Farnborough, Gatwick. Nothing for Heathrow, it's going to be chaos. There's lots of little VFR airfields. Wickham's online. Interesting. I don't know why you'd log off the network and then depart. Why not just say, I'm lining up, taking off, and then do it? Odd, very odd. So Farnborough, Gatwick, London City, Tango Romeo, is that Elstree? Yes. Stansted, SG Stapleford, yes. And Tango Romeo, no, Tango Bravo, which is Booker, Wickham. Lots of VFR airfields. So, Mr. Tencheck, I was watching for the traffic. 6.5, cabin's at 5, climbing steady. Smoothed out a bit, there's some punters out. I say it's smoothed out, maybe not. So you see we would have levelled off. Don't even know where EZ25 is actually going because there's no flight plan.
1,000 to go.
I think he's levelled off at 2-3, so that was a good choice to go above him. So he'd have just got in the way. There we go, final cruise. Have a look outside. There he is. And we're just ever so slightly creeping past. Probably going to come like straight into us. So let's go speed into vent. Down there somewhere, probably named after the RIBEL Head Viaduct. Let's have a look on the old map itself. So coming up to RIBEL, I can only think it's named after the viaduct that must be around here somewhere. The railway line, and a very famous viaduct that goes across that's somewhere around here.
Traffic, speed 279, holding short 32,
So there's our arrival. I might get rid of some of these restrictions, so we have a continuous descent all the way down. But we will probably keep the speed restrictions. Starts climbing, he might actually be higher than us, depending on load. I mean, we're not particularly heavy. We could go higher, so I'm not quite sure why we've levelled off here. Speed. Got a little bit further ahead.
traffic.
So we've done the descent forecast, we've planned the runway, there's nobody online, so we're going to go straight in. So arrival wise, 23018, this was at 1250 Zulu, that's ages ago. Overcast, 2100. Temperature 12, dew point 7, Q1023. Should have said that already. I will do the performance, but it's obviously going to be auto brake 1. There's that orange bus behind us. Oh, well back there. I guess he's just flying it all the way at 2-3. Wherever that is, looks nice, walking over. Oh, Blackburn, I thought it looked nice. Blackburn and Burnley. My mistake. So, let's get rid of some of these restrictions. So, that's all fine. Yes, it is a bit steep. Yes, we can get flap out if we need to. Bollington. We might need that level segment, but I'm going to get rid of it anyway. So if we say no, so I need to delete that. 220 Bravo / and no, you don't even need to do that because it picks it up from the previous one. Or it should do. There we go. Fine. Put 210 in. Right, have we got this route twice? No, we haven't. Have I done the fixes? Yes, I have. 2,000 feet, is it going to be VMC at 4 miles? As a rough rule of thumb. I'll keep 27 left chart on my iPad. 2,500 is 7 miles. So, well and truly VMC. There we go, that's brought the top of descent out a bit more. Let's see how the aeroplane flies it. I prefer not to intervene, I would like it to make that speed restriction. There is a decel there at Westcott. It's probably a bit close. I don't see how it's going to make that. Interesting. Let's see how it gets on. If we have to intervene, we have to intervene. So 0.8 is going to be used on the fuel. So it's 59.2. Let's get the weather. .23018 is the latest we've got. I'll just make sure there's nobody online. This will be a wonderful cluster, won't it? It's going to be 12. 1023 59.2. There we go. 141 plus 7. For 8. 103 for the ILS. 269. Rig 1. And 278 for the minimums. Happy. So we need 1136 tuned. Yes. We need 277 for Chilton. Need 316 for Epsom. Oh, that is our primary. So there's the NDB. There's the VOR. 269, 1103 set. And expect some absolute chaos. It's 316 for the mist. Here we are, NUGRA, we're on the arrival. I'm going to match heading. I'm going to put track in just to remind me. Let's double check weather. Still 1250 auto. So 23018, happy that we're going to be landing 27 right. From a traffic perspective, it saves us crossing in front of anyone potentially. What's that message? It's just the cabin, I guess. 34 miles, top of descent. Where's that move to? Here it is. Maybe EZ25 is going into Luton. Said his home airport, Roy Marks, was Luton, so that would kind of make sense. So quite a bit of drift, what's that, 6 degrees at the moment? With decent tailwind. And the occasional little bit of a bump. We're going over Bovingdon. I have seen 7.4 going to the hold there when it was a bit overcast at maybe 7,000 or 8,000 feet. That was pretty cool. Seeing one of them doing a standard rate turn. That wasn't that long ago either. Only a couple of years ago they don't really do a huge amount in the holds. Or I tell you what it could have been. It could have been doing the Lamborn 1 Zulu. Either way, it was pretty impressive. Strange angled cloud bank. I really don't know what that's about. So, are we 15 miles top of descent? Oh yeah, look, not far. Well done me. Traffic out to our left, climbing up, shouldn't be an issue. Shouldn't be, might be. So there's the weather being slow to update. Spoils the immersion a bit. With East Midlands and Farnborough, places like that all online, it would have been quite good fun to do some VFR trips in Zibo today. Never mind. Apologies, I've seen that there's been a fair few drop frames actually. My network seems to have dropped off a little bit, so sorry if it's been a bit sketchy. Don't know what's causing that. Probably a Windows update or something stupid. So there we go. Out into vent to start that descent. Go down to 100. A little bit slow bringing the throttles back. There you go, so started early and there's the profile coming in nicely. Okay, 1320, it's just updated. 1320. 3018. Decay broken at 020. Overcast at 3200. 127023, so not much difference. So there was a top jet out there, I think that's easy behind us. It was 230 all the way, which is odd. It is an odd number, but it's strange as well. It's an odd flight level at least. It's not technically an odd number, is it? Heathrow's looking relatively quiet. Won't get much in the way of conflicting traffic. Anyway, there's not a lot you can do about that. So a little bit slow on the speed is probably better than being a little bit fast. Definitely a bit of drift going on. And if any of you guys know how to stop the flickering clouds, I'm sure somebody's mentioned it before. I'm willing to give it a go. It's just irritating. So there we are over Soppet. 150, we're quite a lot higher than 150. So Westcott, Oh no, we're over Tobit West, sorry, Soppit is next. That's the decel for Westcott, that's making a bit more sense actually. Although I still think it's going to be a bit tight. Traffic shuttle 13 kilo inbound to Heathrow, NUGRA 1 hotel overhead Tobid, flight level 200. So absolutely no service at Heathrow. Maybe they've all given up. Just too much like hard work. So we're going to be at Heathrow at 54, 15 minutes. Down to flight level 70. Now that's indicating overhead Bovington, but of course we've got a level segment, or at least a reduced rate of descent segment to slow down before Westcott. Hopefully it will slow down before Westcott. Actually, profile-wise, we're not that far off. Going to be overhead Soppit, not far off flight level 150. And then we'll let the aeroplane slow, and we'll aim for the up speed rather than 220. It will aim for 220. London traffic shuttle 13 kilo, NUGRA 1 hotel overhead Soppit flight level 150. Okay, we might have to use a little bit of speed brake. I want to leave it and see how VNAV handles it, to be honest. I don't want to have to intervene unless I absolutely have to. All pumps, airplane cabin is descending nicely. Seatbelt signs were on. Maybe this is gonna work. Might be a little bit quick. -19 and climbing is a worry. I think it's doing pretty well. 220. We want the up, so I am going to speed enter vent, open the speed window, get the up speed, whilst simultaneously applying the speed brake. I think the airplane would have just about made that restriction. Under traffic shuttle 1 kilo, NUGRA 1 hotel overhead Westcott, flight level 138. So it's a bit like level change, it will get to that speed first, rather than respecting the path. I want it to go to path. It's in VNAV speed. There we go. So I'm going to leave the speed brake out until we get back on profile. Is there another decel point? Because we do need to slow down, don't we? Max 180. Which is probably going to be roughly flap 1. Go. Now that will have messed the profile up slightly, being a little bit slower. So speed may fluctuate. The aeroplane should add power as necessary to maintain speed and path, although it's not doing that good a job at the moment. So a little bit of speed brake to help. We should find that we actually need power because we're slower. Makes this, the descent steeper. Should do. I think you could have quite happily left it to do its thing. It says like a liar. Frame rate's going to take a bit of a hit, so I'm happy to go to level change. Still increasing, which is interesting. Must just be due to the winds. Still no ATC. Great. Chaos will ensue. So speed is good. Lights on below 10. Pumps on, speed brakes out. Phones on silent, sterile cockpit time. London traffic shuttle 13 kilo overhead Bovington, flight level 905 inbound. For the non-radar control initial approach, ILS 27 right.
London traffic, aircraft lining up from holding point runway 27 right and take off.
London traffic, good afternoon.
Next away.
2000.
Oh, that was a bad guess. 183? 184. So the airplane's ever so gradually slowing. Use a little bit of speed brake to help out. So 27 right. India Romeo Romeo, yes. 269, yes. Minimum set, yes. Let's go down to 3.
Hilo traffic 13400, line on runway 27, right, via Alpha 1.
23018, happy. So I guess all these speeds are here just to help sequence everyone. 180, the speed's getting away just a little bit. Just about manage it. So let's pop the start switches to continuous. Should be a straight line, weird. So we've got flap set. Maybe it was just the wind we're tracking. You can see it is a very continuous descent.
Keep the traffic Virgin 400 departing runway 27 right on park, 7 Foxtrot departure.
Quick blast anti-ice, get the wing on as well just in case. Frame rate is holding steady. Still nothing on. I can live with that. 25, 26 in clouds like that. I can live with that. Just. Oh great. Now we need to go down. So that's full speed rate, flap 5 coming on, which is quite draggy, and we're just ever so slightly decelling. Flap 5 220 is allowable as well. That's quite a draggy, speedy configuration. But we do need to get back on that profile. So that jump is really irritating because I thought we were doing quite well. I thought I was doing quite well. Traffic shuttle 13 kilo, turning final ILS. 27 right, 12 DME. Okay, we can just about deal with that.
Thousand to go.
Panic averted. Just watching the glide now. We're already quite draggy, so we don't need to worry about. You can see the profile is a little bit low, to be honest. Maybe because of the decel point there. Oh great, now it's shot up. Interesting.
Traffic is on final 47 right, how far out?
Traffic Shuttle 13 Kilo established ILS 27 right 10 DME.
Roger. 639er, immediate takeoff, altitude 27 right.
Why'd you need to go on a runway? Jesus. Chaos. Right, there we go. I'm going to go out. I should have done that before because we out-hold. I'm going to out-acquire.
Eco traffic, Evo 2156 is on east lane for runway 27 right.
There we go. Established. 9 miles. Happy.
Eco traffic, skyways 113 is holding Alpha 3 runway 27 right. Suitable shuttle to Speedo 010 on descending passing by level 11.
So 160 until 4. Happy with 164. Above 10 degrees, so the anti-ice has come off. So no traffic seen, somebody's behind us. They're probably if they get too close.
Buckman 7 after departure at 1300 for 6,000. 27 right.
There we go, pops out the cloud. Shuttle 13 Kilo, 6 DME.
Okay, is it okay if we take off just running so we're flying helicopter?
Yeah, crack on mate, just be quick.
Okay, we're expecting takeoff
So you wouldn't ask in reality, you'd just make your own decision. They're 6 miles out, 5 miles out, how long is it going to take? I've got a couple of minutes. So looking for 4 miles, gear down, flap 15. And the landing checklist holding on the flap. Go. Gear down, flap 15. Speed brake armed, water brake set 1, flap 15, holding on the landing flap. Gear down 3 green, start switch is continuous, cabin is secure. Recalls checked. Where's this walker? Oh, he's over there, he's fine. Again, you didn't even need to ask, just crack on, mate.
1,000.
Let's go flap 25, 148.
Flaps. Flaps.
First approach is set. Final landing flap. Got a sat there, which is good.
Approaching 27 right.
arrival.
500.
Traffic skyways 113 holding Alpha 3 runway 27 right, waiting for tactical final.
Thank you, chaps. A bit less chaotic than I thought.
300.
A little bit low.
Plus 100.
Corrected.
200.
On.
Minimums.
Continue.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
That was a bit of a thump again.
Traffic skyways 113 landing on runway 27 right.
traffic, heading to an echo for Gulfstone Railway Station for a long final 26 left to land, radio traffic.
80 knots.
And you're braking. And I think we'll roll down. We should have come off there, shouldn't we? Heathrow traffic shuttle 13 kilo, runway 27 right vacated.
Skyways 113, start rolling, departure to submarine.
Heathrow traffic, Zibo 2156, change of runway, landing runway 27 left.
Where's the big bird going? On the right, in the right. Although you'd want to get the vacating aircraft.
07 on 7.5 miles final, have a 27 left.
Get ahead of this guy. And we'll go on Bravo. Yeah, that worked. You'd want to get the runway clear.
Traffic, Zibo 2157, 3 miles final for 27 left, that is nice.
Heathrow traffic, Skyways 113, departed runway 27 right, clapping out of 1300 to 800.
Where'd he go? He's still there. Alright, cut him up a bit. Cut him up a bit, or whatever.
Kind of 400 taxi to runway 27 right via Alpha.
Trip set, speed brakes up. Brake temps are good. And here we are, so landing rate was 311. Oh, terrible. Well, it was a bit better than last time. 310. Should have just kept the nose up a bit longer. Especially when you've got all that runway to play with. Never mind. Welcome back to sunny Heathrow. So we'll go to our preferred stands down here. Not bad considering it's Heathrow. We've got down here. Quite a few, to be fair. London East Centre, I haven't seen that before. So 505 is free. Let's get back on that. 772 from TTPP. Don't know what that is. Guy sounds like he's got a Barbadian accent. But Kevin Huggins, GLL. Something like that'll do. Brakes on. On stand, transponder off, 2000 still set. Views on. 2 blues, 1 red. Engine's dead. Crew out.
Enter traffic, speed route 907, runway 27 left, vacated.
It's a bit of a thump, but a successful return trip. Oh, apart from the start switches. Whoopsie, managed to miss those off the float. Beacons off. Shock set, doors open, cargo's open. Welcome to Heathrow. Landing great, approach excellent. Yeah, alright, I'll take that. Why was it so bad the last time? Did I stop on the runway? No. Here we are. Fair bit of traffic. Nice when it really is busy, and of course controlled. So this guy sat here. 200 mic. Off to LEMG. Somewhere in France. Okay, so we are stand 505. And 50-minute flight time. 106 blocks, 10 minutes early. So that, everything's off, the APU off. So both those back to 0, those pumps can come off. Oh, I didn't do those on the after takeoff flow either. Too busy looking at other things, so all off, happy. Fairness, the RSs can go off. The damper trips itself didn't go click. So we've got 1.57 left in the left, 1.59 in the right. 0.2 total. We used 1.14 and 1.15. I haven't even checked the ACARS options yet. So terminate the flight leg. Disconnect from VATSIM. Complete the flights. It's done. projectFLY is done as well. Get rid of what do I need to get rid of there? The ATC client. Let's shut the doors. And then have a look at the replay. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, I hadn't quite finished doing the shutting the doors, had I? Wait for them to actually shut. Do that, eh? I think that's the autopilot, not me. That's good, not like me. More stable. Well guys, thanks for joining. Hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you potentially learned something, even if it was not how to do it. And I'll probably be flying another 2-sector day again tomorrow, as I've got the day off. Might even make a stretch and do a 4-sector day, which could be fun, seeing as I assume it's going to be relatively quiet on VATSIM. I don't know, I'll have a think. 4 sectors could be fun. I'll have a think about where we go. So, thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, look after yourselves, and I'll hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.